Due to the graphic nature of today's episode, viewer discretion is advised. Today's program includes jizz collecting, adorable animal sacrificing, defecation, extreme elder abuse, slaying gods, deforestation, fracking, illegal animal trafficking, and assimilation. You are walking down a long stone path. Your heart beats to the horrors that surround you. Beings in coat-like cloaks welcome you to their pedestal, except you're not an honorary speaker guest. You are the last lamb ever, and about to be the next sacrifice for the bishops of the old faith.
Rasimda.
But to your realization, you are given a second chance by the one who waits. Hey, yo, Lamb, can you be my champion or savior, whatever the fuck? Lit. You are reborn and free to commit mass genocide at your own whim. Rise from the dark woods and enter the chambers of those who seek to keep you down, girlfriend. Break their glass ceilings, dog. Or lamb. Rise and create the most glorious and famous cult ever to conceive. We are the Hard R Jizz Collectors. Cult of the Lamb isn't just another Binding of Isaac cash grab. Far from it. Cult of the Lamb is literally Binding of Isaac mixed with the juices of Stardew Valley and a dash of Animal Crossing paprika. Just look at these adorable little happy tree friends. Just like the show, these bastards are on the roller coaster straight to death. Which is fine. We here at the Hard Arges Collectors Cult embrace death to the point where we won't sacrifice you to make us or our gods stronger. Here, we want to celebrate you as we dig back up your corpse, do our little jig beat, hold a big feast, and Ziggy Star you back to Mars where you belong, child. So let's get this out the way. I fucking love Coat of the Lamb so much. I would David Koresh this bitch and start my own compound, which is one of my favorite part of the game. Customizing my compound is amazing. I'm only on the second tier of the unlockables, but due to your jizz collecting statue, where your followers worship your holy dictatorship, these upgrades will come faster if you focus on growing your cult in numbers. The more members you have, the faster you are able to upgrade your crown powers, unlock new rituals, and be able to enact certain doctrines to either make your followers to accept death more fondly, to exhausting themselves as the cheap, free slave labor they are. Quoting 101 done right. Within the time I finished that paragraph, I've already increased my cult to the last tier. This is one of the main reasons why you should buy this game. This game drives you to continue on with its easy access to the field you need to unlock more of the fun customization. Spreading out achievements makes gamers value them more. An easy way to fulfill that expectation without beefing up a game is the length, the progression, incrementally. Psychology plays a crucial pillar when it comes to conjuring up a fun, addictive video game, as it does for the cult leaders who use it as a tool while plucking their flock from the withering wilts of forgotten flowers. Progression, at a steady and earnable pace, benefits everyone to the gaming ecosystem. Cult leaders are able to do the same by having their followers focus on huge projects like creating a compound for the leader to fully control. Some cults, like Nexium, have sashes or ranks that followers earn as they bring in more for the cult's growth. Rewarding followers or gamers for their hard effort is always pleasing for our mental stimulation to continue on. Too bad for these poor little bastards of demonic spawnations from the bellies of Dante's internal forging brimstone of ugliness, but some are cute. You will fuck up everything and anything to collect the goody goods you need for your ever growing coat. The combat is simple: push button to attack, push other button to dodge, then combine the two. You are given a wider range of weapons that are chosen at random at every spawn. My favorite is the battle looking axe that decimates everyone in one or two swings. Add this with the poison tarot card, and you can one hit enemies and dodge to the others, and let the venom sit within the non believer's veins. The sword and daggers are very weak compared to an axe, which is why I don't recommend getting them unless it's the first weapon given to you. The claws are a better treat, but only if they have a vampiric effect to heal you over time. Just recycle weak weapons and pick up stronger weapons when given the chance because you'll be whacking away for a while. More effects will be unlocked the more you progress your crown's power. Or, how about you don't want to get too close to some of these devilish monsters? That's okay. Hit the Y button and boom, a range attack. These attacks are performed by gaining fever, little aid droplets donated by enemies. These range attacks can vary from Cthulhu tentacles to projecting a rainbow kiss from a distance. My favorite range attacks are the ones that tear the ground open and knock enemies back or shoot out little jizz ghostes. Feel like a heavy hitting machine? Press CLB for a heavier attack. Each weapon gets their own special move, and along with special abilities you unlock in your church. You have Bane weapons. Weapons are vampiric and poison weapons. The fun gets even better when you start combining all these moves together. Want a little more pack of punch? Find a relic, and now you can grow as huge as you want, or call in Thor's thunder while you can freeze time. The more you play, the more the game rewards you with more of what the world has to offer for your holiness. Progression mixed with rewards is the new Kool-Aid, kids. Hold'em just doesn't keep you within two areas of the whole game. The map itself is expansive with areas like Passage, like Pilgrimage like I can't say that, like Pilgrim's Passage, which allows you to fish, buy customizables and cards. Or how about you find a little mushroom man and unlock Spore Grotto, where you can go do a mission and collect talismans and be rewarded with another devotion statue in your honor. The map is small yet packed with smaller fun stuff to do and kill time with. If you fish enough, you can unlock a fish character. Knucklebones is a dice game you can play with Raktu for extra coins. Unlock little cloaks with power-ups by collecting pieces of talismans. Don't forget to look around these smaller little maps for hidden goodies. The game keeps you going and striving by offering these mini side games from the repetitive gameplay. I'm not going to lie, these type of games are boring after a while, but the Code of the Lamb offers more to do, even if it's simple. These simple fun times are what adds more to the game as a whole. The missions your coaches gave you can range from making someone eat a bowl of shit to sacrificing someone or sending their ass on a pilgrimage. Play long enough and you'll be able to take one of your followers on one of your travels, or sacrifice one to continue on after you became martyred. The battle areas are beautifully created and related to the doors you enter upon. The monsters match the worlds as well. The environments are different from each other, but randomness is what sets these worlds in a great category, in my opinion. Sometimes the game has you struggling with half a heart left, and you are up against a boss or one of these huge shield motherfuckers. The game can even bless you with rooms where you have to make the difficult choice of gaining a new follower or praying that the weapon room you chose over the food your coat needs for nourishment is going to help you in the final room. Sometimes, even with the levels themselves, you may get lucky and find the tarot tent or a new weapon will spawn in it. Perhaps you find a slave selling spider ready to eat a follower if you choose not to save them. Randomness keeps the game fun and requires players to think of their tactics while playing. Cult leaders are also benefit. These random spurts keep followers in line by keeping them on their twinkle toes dancing in fear. Take Theriot. I don't know how to say his name. For example, this man will have his followers sleep deprived, then go scare the shit out of them with random violent outbursts, then go around and spread the word of love while yanking out the intestines of a follower in the name of resurrection. Like I said, random as fuck. There is a hypothesis called the endowment effect. This is when we overvalue something because we simply own it. An example of this is that number one dad mug you can never use. In historical context, it's the southern plantation owners' slave labor they bitched about keeping. Or in modern context, for the PC babies, it's the pronouns they screech over. This effect is something game developers take into consideration. Developers know as consumers that if they can give us an emotional attachment to the games we play, either in the character, story, or world building, then we have more of a reason to continue on playing. Now, at an amount of time you put into the game, then you are sunken into a game developer's trap for prime time and simulation. You already wasted too much precious time on the game to quit now. You made too many cute friends along the way. You saw your followers join and die through the journey. That's the dopamine thinking and driving you to continue until the bitter happy end. Just like the Patriot football team owner crafts last massage. Look at how far I've come already with these unlockables. Why stop now when I can be Jim Jones levels of leadership? Cult leaders do the same thing too, except to a more murderous degree. Charles Manson told his family that they all had to participate in crime so no one will be clean of guilt. We're family here after all. Keith Raniere did this by scummingly tricking his followers into a giant embezzlement money laundering scheme, which they are tied to financially, tightening his grip around their necks. Now for the boring part of the video, an educational lesson in cult. Yay. This video was inspired by quotes by podcast Max Cutler. I love podcasts. They're serial killers, conspiracy theories, and dictators before they fucking removed it. These podcasts are my three main personalities. I highly recommend them to hear if you ever have downtime or just want to learn more about the fucked up people and events in our history. Today, we are discussing random facts about cults, like Charles Manson being an actual produced songwriter. I shit you not when I say the Manson family wrote a song and sold that said song to the Beach Boys. The reasons why David Koresh was able to take over the Branch Davidian so easily is because the Seventh day Adventists believe in Jesus being reborn to the flesh every so often. And how did they know Koresh was the new coming of Jesus? He told them the world was ending, and they believed him right off the bat. Did you know Smallville actor Allison Mack was charged in her role for sex trafficking for the cult known as Nixium? This one isn't really a cult like the others, but it's a scummy businessman using collar sashes as a way to get sex from his workers, who only wanted to feel grand in life. Now, cults can be bad, but something else like Rajneeshpuram show they can achieve greater things like a whole fucking city of cults dedicated to free expressing love with orgasms and moans so fucking loud they can be heard to the end of the city. These fuckers almost took over Seattle alone, where they owned at least 7 out of the 9 seats on the city council. One last fact about cults. Jim Jones. Jim Jones. You thought this motherfucker was crazy for taking people out to the jungle and massacring them all with Kool-Aid. No, no, no. This motherfucker will literally, as a child, abduct animals from his neighborhood and backwood forests, put them in his garage, and rehearse his sermons as if he was practicing for his future subjects. He was also able to make one of the first integrated churches with black and white people attending. Okay, he did some positives, I guess. I mean, we can forgive him for that, right? Jones was also in love with Hitler, but not for Nazisms. No, 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 no. Jones was infatuated with Hitler because of the Nazis' uniform, which we can all commit was pretty kind of dripping. But what he really admired more was Hitler's sole power on to gain and control a massive crowd to his whim. My dude Jones knew he was going to make one for the history books, and he prepared for it since his day as a child. He knew something told him. He's like, God, I feel you. Feel you up there. I know you're up there. You watch, you know me. Watch. I'm gonna do this one for you. One for you, homie. Pour one out. This video was fucking long, huh? Well, that's it. I'll stop assimilating you folks now. You should all go check out Code of the Land because it's a 100% game, in my opinion. And also, don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe for more of my everlasting rants about nonsense and weird education. I am out. I'm gonna go beat my meat.